done to you and your family, and to all of Patti's family and friends here, I just want to express my deepest sympathy. My name is Paula Killian, and Patti and I met in the 3rd grade. This gives me the dubious distinction of remembering the years that I think practically everybody in this room would rather forget. Grade school and high school. Patti was the smartest kid in the class. She was also one of the tallest, and she was a little plump. This combination could not have made life easy for her, especially in the conformist pre-PC 50s and early 60s when our idols were Gidget and Annette Funicello. But I don't remember anything of the victim about her. Even in grade school, I remember her dignity. It didn't hurt that she had the love of a great family. Her dad, Mac, her mom, Martha. And I seem to remember a little brother who actually turned out to be a person. We both loved the theater. A grade school high point was our co-produced performance of The Miracle Worker in the school cafeteria because we had no stage. Catholic school. We got to high school and both met the drama director, Mr. Killian, whom I later would marry, but that's a story for another time. The high school had a stage in the gym. We shared 4 very happy years in a tight-knit group of theater lovers who became Patti's lifelong friends. Patti was good at that, making and keeping friends. Another high school memory, we both, of course, learned to drive. Patti was a terrible driver. I remember her driving her parents' enormous old yellow Cadillac. It was almost as wide as the traffic lane. How she avoided hitting something, I still don't know. Did she ever learn to drive? And then we were both off to college. I briefly to Barra in Lake Forest, and Patti triumphantly to Northwestern. We even managed to get together a few times during those years. I was married and back in Dayton in a couple of years, and Patti had begun her fascinating journey that was the rest of her life. But she always kept us in touch. Of course she did. She was so good at that. And when we did get together, she was just happy to see us and generous with sharing her life and her great accomplishments. Not long ago, she invited us to a showcase for some of the songs that she and Doug had written, and they were fabulous. It's hard for me to believe she is gone. I will always remember her, and I will miss her.
So as you can calculate from that, I did not have the privilege of meeting Patti when she was 8 years old. I met her much later in life, when she was 14. And she would come to auditions, and this will shock you and surprise you, but she was intense and serious. Who knew? We had some Saturday morning acting classes that were strictly voluntary. She was, of course, the first to sign up. Or second, I'm not sure which. One of the interesting things that evolved from this was watching her take on extremely difficult texts. Can you imagine somebody, could somebody 14, 15, 16 years old do Linda's eulogy for Willie Loman and carry it off? Of course she did. It was amazing to watch because she always had this respect for the text. Hey, the playwright put a comment in there. It must mean something. Maybe there's a reason for a pause. Yeah. And she took that that respect for the written word, and you can tell from the books out in the lobby that the written word was extremely important to her. That respect for text drove a lot of her professional life. When she went off to Northwestern, I expected her to major in theater, and she said, no, I'm going to major in interp, which I had no idea what that was. I said, explain that to me. And when she explained it to me and talked about performance based on a close reading and interpretation of text, I said, oh, that makes all the sense in the world. There couldn't be anything more appropriate than that. Which is a way of saying to you, the tribe, that ever-growing, unbroken circle of people, because unlike the chambered nautilus, she never sealed up the chamber behind. She brought us all with her. All with her. It just grew larger and larger. You may know, or if you don't, I'm going to tell you, that Patti wrote a journal. She kept a journal starting in grade school sometime, and she wrote in it almost every day for her life. Now, I've never seen it, but I know she worked at it, and she did it faithfully. You know, Oscar Wilde saying, you know, keep a diary so you'd have something sensational to read in the train. And I'm sure there's sensational parts, but the important thing is this. You're in there, and you're in there, and you're in there, and we're all in there. She had enough love and respect for this whole growing circle of people that she turned us into text. So long as men can breathe, their eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Enjoy your life in the circle.